Hi everybody, I want to show you how to make a spaceship animation like I did, and I have a couple things open here. First of all, I made this Google Slides presentation, and I'm just going to select everything on that front slide and delete it. I press the backspace key to delete it, and I'm going to build my animation here. And then I also have this open. This was my spaceship drawing, and if you didn't see the video on how I made this, make sure you go back and watch that. I'm going to copy that spaceship into my animation, and I'm going to try to get some room here so I can select just my spaceship. So notice that I'm going to select all of that, and I'm going to go up here to arrange, and I'm going to pick group. Now what I'll do is I'm going to right click on that spaceship and select copy. Then let's go back to my Google Slides presentation, right click and paste. I'm going to put that ship where I want to start it, which is about right here. I'm going to have it come in for a landing, and since it's supposed to be the Earth, I'm going to change the background. And in the story it's still night, but I don't want it to be totally dark, so I'm going to go into the gradient fills. Let's do this one. So it's kind of like a moonlit night. So now how do you animate this? How do you make this thing move? Well, what you do is you get the first slide how you want it, then go over here, right click on this first slide and pick duplicate. That's going to make a copy of it. Now I'm on my second slide. Now what I do is I select this ship and then I move it a little bit, maybe that much. So now look at what happens. Here's my first slide, here's my second. So it gives the idea that the ship is moving. So go here to the second slide now, right click and duplicate that slide, and now let's move it again. Now if you move it a lot, it's going to move fast, and if you move it just a little bit, it's going to move slow. So what I'm going to try to do is slow this down as it gets closer to the ground. I'll give you a tip. You can always right click and pick duplicate, but another way to do this is to hold the control key down and press D, and that will copy it. But if you do that, make sure you got the slide selected over here or it won't work. So now I'm on slide 4. I'm going to try to move it just a little bit. Then I'm going to, with slide 4 selected, I'm going to press Control D, and I'm going to move it again. I can tip it a little bit too. You notice that it wasn't level, so I'll tip it a little bit. Control D, move it a little more, and tip it again. I'm trying to make it flat. That's too far. That's pretty good. Let's go back. Now to play this, what I usually do is I just press my down arrow and it goes from slide to slide so I can see this. And if you play it backwards, it goes up, of course. If you want to, you can click present so that it goes full screen. Let it load up and then do the down arrow, and you get a nice full screen of the ship landing. So that's how you can animate with Google Slides.